It was a powerful and emotional few hours of testimony. You know, there have been lots of political arguments about exactly what happened here on January the 6th in the months that have followed. But this really took us back to the day, the violence, the confusion, and the sheer horror about what could have unfolded had not these brave officers intervened. One talked of 4 tours in Iraq and never facing anything like this. Another talked of being called the N-word. The African-American officer said he never heard that leveled at him in his years of uniform. And then there is this officer who basically feared for his life, was beaten unconscious by the mob. He was electrocuted with his own taser, and they tried to steal his gun and shoot him.
I was grabbed, beaten, tased, all while being called a traitor to my country. I was at risk of being stripped of and killed with my own firearm, as I heard chants of kill him with his own gun. I could still hear those words in my head today.
Now, many of the members of Congress sat silently, not known to do so during the hearings, but the testimony was just so powerful. For a moment, you could feel the political divisions ebb away as we were listening to this heart-wrenching and tearful testimony at times. And one congresswoman who fled political violence in Vietnam said this was really a testimony to how much that the U.S. democracy was under threat on January 6th.
You know, January 6th was an attack on our democracy. It was an attack on the peaceful transfer of power, and it was an attack on this Capitol building. But it was also an attack on real people.
One officer said that if you were going to prosecute a hitman, you would also prosecute the people who hired him. Perhaps a reference there to Donald Trump. What will happen in these hearings? Well, we don't know. There will be subpoenas, witnesses will be called. They haven't ruled out the former president, but the bipartisan wrangling really has marred this select committee from the start. As you know, it was meant to be a commission. It was meant to be bipartisan. It didn't pass the Senate. The members put up for this committee in the House were rejected by the Democrat. There are 2 Republicans on it. Liz Cheney, the most famous, the daughter of the former Vice President Dick Cheney, and she broke with her party, lost her leadership positions because she says the Constitution is more important than party.
Although such a commission was opposed by my own leadership in the House, it overwhelmingly passed with the support of 35 Republican members. It was defeated by Republicans in the Senate. And that leaves us where we are today. We cannot leave the violence of January 6th and its causes uninvestigated.
So will this be a moment for Americans to reflect on the fragility of their democracy and also the fact that what happened here on January 6th didn't just reverberate across America but the world as well? Will lessons be learned? We'll have to wait and see in this very divided Washington. Nathan King, CGTN, just outside the US Congress.